So guys, as you can see, we have a tier systems. We have from S class, which is the super top god tier, all the way down to D, which is just Call of Duty trash level. Get in the bin, out of the way, don't want to play them. Now, we're going to start off right off the bat with Battlefield 1. Okay, Battlefield 1 was one of those games that was great on launch. It was introducing a lot of new mechanics and a lot of new sort of stuff into the Battlefield franchise, and ultimately wasn't a bad game, but it just had its flaws, had its downside, and not many people continue to play it. And that's why realistically I'm only going to give it a B tier. It was good, but it wasn't a game that you could continue to play. Now, Battlefield 3, we know it's going to go in God tier. Battlefield 3 was the pinnacle of Battlefield, but what matches it has to be Battlefield 4. For their increased destruction, the levolution, the gameplay. These were games that you could continue to play and have fun with rather than rage at. They are fantastic games, and a game that even now we continue to play live on stream. And if you haven't already, go check it out. Twitch.tv/CombatCarrot. The link will be in the description below, guys. So it'd be awesome if you just popped in, give a good hello, and we can crack on and play some games. Now, Battlefield 1943. A fantastic game. Didn't really bring much innovation into the Battlefield franchise, and a game that was kind of underrated at launch, but again, followed the same issue as Battlefield 1. Now, the game itself was a fantastic thing to play with, but unfortunately it has to go in the C tier. The C tier only just because it was a game that wasn't around for all that long and didn't really bring anything new to the table. Battlefield 2142, sorry, also has to go into C tier. It's a game that never really stuck around and never really hit the core Battlefield players as well as Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 did, and also didn't bring much new to the table. Now, Battlefield Bad Company 2, A tier. This was a game that you could continue to play that brought a lot of new stuff that paved the way for Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, and in my opinion was a game that you could stick around, play. You had the campaign side of things that was also pretty damn phenomenal. However, it was a game that had its flaws at launch. Although being fixed at a later date, it has to stay in here. It looks like we've got a copy there, so chuck that straight into there. Now, Battlefield Bad Company. Again, a fantastic game. Had the same sort of issues as Battlefield Bad Company 2, but also was a fantastic game. Hardline, sorry, get in the bin, get out of my way, get out of my sight. Unfortunately, that's a game that I will not return to. It just wasn't Battlefield as we know it. I'll give them credit, they tried something new, just wasn't Battlefield. Battlefield Vietnam, again, unfortunately, wasn't really hitting the sweet spot for Battlefield players, although it was very, very good game to play. Again, like everything else, it still had its issues at launch. Battlefield Heroes, never played it. Only heard bad reviews about it, so unfortunately, it can just get in the bin. And Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 was a fantastic game, but unfortunately, they really messed this game up. It had the potential to be fantastic, and in doing so, they pushed the limits of what they were capable of and didn't focus on any of the key features that Battlefield and true hardcore Battlefield players wanted. And unfortunately, the game slowly died off over the years, which is such a shame. Battlefield 2, God tier. It has to be God tier. This was one of the first Battlefield games that truly started off those hardcore Battlefield fans and truly paved the way for what we know Battlefield is today. And for that reason, and its nostalgia, has to go in God tier. And Battlefield 1942, I'd have to say A. I'd have to say the A tier. And for a few primary reasons. changed the way that we played Battlefield. It changed the way that the mechanics worked. It added new features into it and new sort of things in that hadn't been seen before, even in Medal of Honor at the time. And ultimately, the game was just a fantastic play. Now, guys, these are in my personal opinion. Now, again, like I said, these aren't factual. This is just based on my sole opinion. So if you guys have anything different, if you want to change up that list, again, let me know in the comments below. And we can have a good debate about it, because we know Battlefield 3, 4, and 2 all have to stay in the top there. And I think Battlefield 2042, coming out later this year, will stick into that top tier as well. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy and have a good one.